I decided I had to extend myself and do marketing and the sales and marketing go overseas. And I found that difficult.
Sales are always tough, and you know the only way you can measure your own performance and the performance of your company is through sales and is through profit.
It is difficult. We are reasonably isolated, but there is quite a bit of export still, whether it's direct or indirect.
I think you choose your markets and choose your products and then go for it.
In the end, I realised that I could market my products, and in fact I was the best person to do it because I was absolutely convinced of what those products were and how they worked and the value of them.
You've got to go travel, and you've got to go and look what everybody else is doing. You have to walk the stores, you have to do the hard yards, and that's the key.
If you're just going to group with the rest of the world on products which anybody can make, then you're going to get low prices for them.
There's always opportunities, and you've always got to be looking at new opportunities.
They will come round if you remain firm. The product is good enough.
I went to over 400 different plants around the world demonstrating how this worked. I'd say, I've got this device, this is what it does, this is how it works, and I had to go in there and get covered in blood and everything else that drips out of animals when they're hoisted, and physically apply the clip.
It's getting the right people through the door, and targeted people more than just sort of your general public.
2001 was my first trip to Australia to talk to the manufacturer to manufacture our product. It took another 2 years after that before we actually got a yay and said let's go for this, and then it took 3 years after that before we actually broke even. So it was a 6-year program before we started making money.
Sending samples is no good. You actually have to go on the chain, get covered in blood and prove to them that it works.
It is easy if you have goals. If you don't have goals, you just flounder around.
And we do have a 5-year business plan where we want the business to be, and we're still working towards that.
If you're not thinking 3 years ahead, then from my experience that sooner or later you'll be behind the 8 ball, because my experience has been that projects take 3 years before they actually get up and running.